Hello, my classy people. Wayne Bolden. I'm here at the Speed King Network, of course, and I'm here to do our final analysis of the Kentucky Derby this year. I'm going to give you my analysis of the race and, of course, pick our top 2 or 3 picks in here for sure. But as always, I'm going to ask that you turn your closed captions on. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell, do them things that you need to do. Well, tip sheets are available, both Oaks and the Derby. $20 each day, $35 for both. Email us at SpeedKing'2025@yahoo.com and or text us at 732-804-0637. Been very busy. Thanks so much, everybody, for helping. Well, let's go right to work. Let's get right after it. Well, this is the moment that we all have been waiting for. We all have to make a decision about this race. Now, just to give you an overall synopsis of the race, I don't think there's going to be a pace meltdown in here. I do believe that the 1, 2, 4, and 5, which is Citizen Bull, of course, and the number 2 horse is going to go. The number 4 horse, Rodriguez, should sit a little bit, and American Promise should go as well. And of course, Owen Almighty in the 20 hole only got one thing to do way out there, and that's to hustle to the first turn. So I don't think it's going to be a crazy pace up front, but I do believe that if East Avenue, the number 12 horse, wants to lead, he will take it. But I don't believe, from what I understand and what I know, he will not go for the lead. He'll be sitting third behind the 2 inside horses and possibly the 5 horse. Okay, so I think it's going to be an honest pace around the racetrack. The trip is everything. We want everybody to break clean and stay in their lane and have a healthy trip around the track. Now, everybody knows there's 2 horses that are really high on. And of course, the number 18 horse just happens to be Sovereignty, right? That's an old Godolphin homebred. There he goes with them Godolphin horses. Well, I'm going to tell you something. To me, my top 2 picks, of course, you know one of them is Sovereignty. I ended up landing and keeping him on top for a couple of reasons. First of all, his breeding. Well, his breeding suggests that he's able to go the distance, okay? That's the issue, in my opinion, in the Kentucky Derby. Well, this one is by Into Mischief, who's by Harlan Holiday. And on the dam side, Crown by Bernardini. Bernardini's by A.P. Indy, that goes all the way back to Seattle Slew. So the 10 furlongs is really the issue. Can the horses get the distance with some semblance of speed? Now, I know everybody thinks that Sovereignty is a deep closer. That's not really true, y'all. This horse is not going to be dead last. I'm sure Final Gambit will be dead last. But this horse has enough speed to be mid-pack for sure, okay? And his turn of foot is just phenomenal. No doubt about it. So I believe that the pedigree gets him there, which helped me land on him. But that's the case with all Godolphin homebreds. They're all bred beautifully, okay? The second thing that I really loved about this horse to speak of is, if you go back and you watch my Florida Derby video, right, I mentioned to you, breaking from the 10 hole with Manny Franco up, that I didn't think Billy Mott would have this horse cranked to capacity. He was wide into the first turn, he was wide down the backstretch, and he was wide coming home chasing Tapan Street for sure, who's not in the Derby. I thought the Florida Derby was a prep race in a lot of ways, even though it was $1 million race. If it was laying there, they would have took it. But I think they got exactly what they wanted out of him in the Florida Derby, okay? Now that Tapan Street is no longer in the race, if you liked him, you're going to have to love Sovereignty. No, you didn't just say it. I just said it. If you like Tapan Street, you have to love Sovereignty. He was wide on both turns going down the backstretch, y'all. And hey, his regular rider wasn't up. Okay, and like I said, going before the race, I thought Billy was using that as a stepping stone into the Kentucky Derby. He got what he wanted out of that horse. 4 or 5 wide in the first turn, 4 or 5 wide coming home, ran down the lane. Now, the other thing that's huge for me here is that this horse won a Grade 3 stake race over this racetrack in October 27th, right? The Street Cry, Grade 3. By the way, he was still a maiden. His first 2 maiden races in August 24th and September 27th, he ran 4th and 2nd. So when he went into the Street Sense race, he was still a maiden. He won that race across Churchill Downs. That was in October. Now he comes back as a 3-year-old in March, and both of his races, the Fountain of Youth, which he won, and the prep race, the Florida Derby, in March 29th, was at Gulfstream Park. This horse knows this racetrack, runs well over this racetrack, being reunited with his rider, Junior Alvarado, and I think all systems are go here. And I got a report today that the first pool money went in already, and that Sovereignty went from 6-1 to 11-1. Hello, Lynn Ragusan told me, hey, they don't read, they just run. So if that's the case, yeah, I'm going to have him as my top pick for sure. The other thing is, I got my boy Billy Mott. Can nobody prep horses better than Billy Mott? A lot of people, well, of course everybody knows Billy Mott, and he's a Hall of Famer, and he's hooked up with my team, Old Godolphin. I think this horse is sitting on dead red, y'all, and I think he's going to get a beautiful, beautiful spot on the race course with a bunch of speed in here of forward horses. I think this is literally one of the 2 horses in your Speed King's humble opinion to beat. I like this horse a whole bunch here, and the thing that really pushed it over to me, there's a lot of horses in here, if you looked at the sheets or the thoroughgraphs, that have one good number. Now, I'm going to share something to all you sheep breeders out there. Hey, when horses have one good number, you got to be careful because you don't have any evidence that that was his or her true ability. And the only one in here, or there's really 2, that had matched up their top numbers is the old reporter horse journalist, extra, read all about it, and Sovereignty, right? Peeked through his 2-year-old number, paired up his numbers as a 3-year-old. I think Sovereignty deserves to be my top pick if no one else is here. It don't hurt that I got Billy Mott and my people, Godolphin. My second pick, I love just as equally, Sandman. Y'all know how I felt about Sandman going into the Arkansas Derby for sure. I told you all about him, right? Sandman, Mark Cassidy, Jose Ortiz, by Tappet, who don't win no derbies, the Tappet babies. But this one ran a beautiful Arkansas race. And by the way, right, he came home, he was breakdancing a little bit down the lane right after being his 8th start. This horse is continuously improving, y'all, and I think he's going to have a straight path. I will be using both Sandman and Sovereignty equally on all of my tickets, okay? One without the other just don't do. But I gave Sovereignty the edge over him because he has done multiple speed figures that matched it up. Now, Sandman ran a big top last time, and he jumped about 3 or 4 points. And he's only got one really good, fast number. The question is, he's more likely to do what than what. So when you say that, you say, well, we're guessing if he's going to match that last number up. For I believe that he's going to because of his connections. But it's always, a little skeptical, right? He only has one good number, and that's the number that's coming out of the Arkansas. And the rest of the field, other than journalists, they all only have one good number. Horses like American Promise has one good number. Sandman, of course, has one good number. Burnham Square has one good race, one good number that puts him in here. And that Bieza, my God, he looked like a great bounce candidate. I don't think he's in just yet. So my second pick and equal to Sovereignty, just a little bit above I put Sovereignty, but I'll be using both the 18 and 17. Am I worried about the post? Nope. Not when you got quality horses, right? That's talented. Get the ride, put them in the right spot, they'll outfinish them down the long stretch for sure. Our third pick, well, I wanted to give a little love to Rodriguez, the son of Authentic, right? Of course, we have some rooting interest for him, right? And we really do believe that he should get a nice trip sitting 3rd or 4th behind the speed. The 1, 2's going to go, the 5's going to go, and the 20's going to go. So he's going to be sitting pretty. I think Rodriguez absolutely deserves to be on our ticket. Not only do I have interest in him from an ownership standpoint, but I have the fact that he's going to get a beautiful trip, and nobody can deny that for sure if you ask me. So the number 4 horse should break beautifully, should sit the beautiful trip. It's Bobby Baffert record. I'm no big fan. You got the Hall of Famer, but he is by authentic. I like that. He's our third pick. And fourth pick, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. The number 12 horse, I was high on him when he was a 2-year-old. Y'all know what it is. It's East Avenue. It's the other Godolphin. If you go back and you look at the Bluegrass, I told you that was a light bulb moment. Now, I'm telling you now, what conversation would we be having if he had won that race? Well, East Avenue is bred and owned by Godolphin. Brendan Walsh is doing the condition. Manny Franco's up in the arms. This horse is a nose from winning the Bluegrass from Burnham Square, but 50 yards from home, this horse switched back to his left lead, y'all. Hey, that was a light bulb moment, and he could go forward. Why would you be shocked if this horse ran huge? He's 40-1 on the current odd board. I'll take my chances with Godolphin. By Medaglia Door, grandsire is Ghost Zapper. Hey, y'all, listen. I don't know what to tell you, but that last race was just too good. How could you love Burnham Square and not like East Avenue? Oh, because you think it's going to be a speed duel, but I don't think so. We know who's going to the front, and I know who will be sitting 4th or 5th, or should be. It should be East Avenue and Rodriguez for sure. He's our 4th pick. He's going to also be in my daily doubles for the Oaks Derby double. Sure. So there it is. I don't have journalists on my ticket. Again, all the due respect to him, he has fast numbers. I don't like the 1.5 backwards move that he ran coming out of the Santa Anita Derby, the 5-horse field. I question the quality, and at 5-2, I'm not taking 5-2 in a 20-horse field. If he wins, God bless him. I'll tip my hat off. Love the trainer for sure, but I don't think so. Right? But I'm going to give him some respect here. So there's my top picks for this year's Kentucky Derby. Hey, I like the Godolphin runner Sovereignty, right? This horse has never went back. He's ran 3 beautiful speed figures off of the Thoroughgraphs and the Ragasins, and he's matched them up. One of the only 2 horses that have repeated numbers. Got through his 2-year-old top. I know the Florida Derby was a prep race, if you ask me. I called it before the race. Go watch my Florida Derby. Wide on both turns. Beautiful job, Manny Franco. Got the race out of him. Now the bolts have tightened down by Billy Mott, and now you'll see him. This horse is going to jump, in my opinion. So it's 18, 17, 4 Rodriguez, and of course the number 12, the other Godolphin, East Avenue. Again, 18, 17, 4, 12, just like that. Go ahead and push the box button. Play some Oaks Derby doubles. I think the Godolphin horse can get beat. Good cheers in the Kentucky Oaks. That bottom horse, that quiet side, not orange side, quiet side. I think that horse is sitting on go-go, y'all. And I don't think Take Charge My Lady's going to be sitting around at 12-1 wondering what happened. My name is Wayne Bolden. I am your Speed King, of course. There's my Derby analysis for sure. I like 2 horses the most of all, Sovereignty and Sandman. And I don't put nothing by Rodriguez, and I'm never going to put anything by East Avenue for sure. Play some Oaks Derby doubles, y'all, because I think the favorite, who's 6-5, good cheers, nice filly, but she's going to be overbet, and I don't want to take an overlay on the subject. Not a man alive that could pay the mortgage at 3-5. That's Harvey Pack, and I like that quiet side. That 14 horse, boy, Jose Ortiz, boy, he can win. He can win both of these races, y'all. You know he's sitting on Sandman, right? And I tell you, quiet side is 8-1. So play some Oaks Derby doubles, because I think our Godolphin horse is vulnerable, but she could continue to roll on. 3-5 is a tough take in that race for sure. Once again, number 18, Sovereignty. We're all about the Godolphin runner with the legend on him. That's right, Billy Mott tightening up the screws, y'all, for sure. In Billy we trust. Stay classy in all that you do. Enjoy yourself. Remember to have some fun. And thanks so much for all the support the last 3 or 4 weeks. And everybody, just an awesome job. Just flat out classy. Thank you, people. Let's see Sovereignty. Billy Mott. Do what Billy Mott do.